Welcome to a journey to discover nature's most spectacular masterpieces and the greatest achievements of the American West Coast. From the star-studded streets of Los Angeles to the misty peaks of the Cascade Range, we'll explore 10 incredible destinations that showcase the remarkable diversity of this region. You'll discover how Native American tribes shaped this land for thousands of years, how Spanish missions gave way to American pioneers, and how this coast became the launching pad for America's westward expansion and technological revolution. The geography here is nothing short of extraordinary, dramatic coastlines carved by relentless waves, towering mountain ranges that scrape the sky, and valleys so fertile they feed the nation. The culture is equally diverse, blending Mexican traditions, Asian influences, Native American heritage, and pioneering American spirit into something uniquely Californian and Pacific Northwestern. But here's my question for you. What draws millions of people to uproot their lives and chase their dreams westward to this edge of the continent? Is it the promise of opportunity, the call of natural beauty, or something deeper in the human spirit that yearns for new horizons? If you're ready to discover the answers and plan your own West Coast adventure, subscribe to our channel for more great travel content, and don't forget to check out the links below for exclusive deals on flights and accommodations to make your dream trip a reality. Now let's explore the best destinations on the West Coast of the United States. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles sprawls across 469 square miles in a Mediterranean climate basin, surrounded by mountains, deserts, and 75 miles of Pacific coastline. This massive metropolis sits at the intersection of the Santa Monica Mountains, the San Gabriel Mountains, and the Pacific Ocean, creating microclimates that range from beach communities to desert-like inland valleys. The city's unique geography includes the famous San Andreas Fault system, which has shaped both its landscape and its resilient character. Long before Hollywood's first camera rolled, the Tongva people called this region home for over 8,000 years. Spanish explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo first spotted this coast in 1542, but it wasn't until 1781 that Spanish settlers established El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Angeles, the town of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels. The Mexican period brought vast ranchos, followed by the American takeover in 1848 and the discovery of oil in the 1890s that transformed LA from a dusty frontier town into a booming city. But it was the arrival of the film industry in the early 1900s that truly put LA on the world map. Filmmakers fled to Southern California for its year-round sunshine, diverse landscapes, and distance from Thomas Edison's patent restrictions. By the 1920s, Hollywood had become the entertainment capital of the world, attracting dreamers, artists, and entrepreneurs who shaped LA's identity as a place where reinvention is not just possible, it's expected. Walk down Hollywood Boulevard, and you're literally walking on stars. The Hollywood Walk of Fame honors over 2,700 celebrities with permanent monuments to their achievements. The iconic Hollywood sign, originally erected in 1923 as Hollywoodland to advertise a housing development, now serves as the ultimate symbol of American dreams and ambition. But LA is far more than Hollywood glamour. Venice Beach showcases the city's bohemian spirit with its boardwalk performers, street art, and eclectic Muscle Beach culture. Beverly Hills represents luxury and elegance, while neighborhoods like Silver Lake and Los Felios pulse with creative energy. The Getty Center offers world-class art with stunning city views, and Griffith Observatory connects visitors to the cosmos above this sprawling urban landscape. Los Angeles embodies the American dream in urban form, a place where geography, climate, and culture converge to create the entertainment capital of the world. From its Native American roots through Spanish colonization to its emergence as a global cultural powerhouse, LA represents humanity's endless capacity for reinvention and the magnetic pull of possibility that defines the American West Coast. San Francisco, California. San Francisco occupies just 47 square miles at the tip of a peninsula, surrounded on three sides by water, the Pacific Ocean, San Francisco Bay, and the Golden Gate Strait. This compact city is built on more than 50 hills, creating its famously steep streets and providing breathtaking views from nearly every neighborhood. The area's unique geography includes the San Andreas and Hayward fault lines, making it one of the most seismically active regions in North America. The city's location creates a distinctive climate characterized by cool, foggy summers and mild winters. The famous fog, affectionately nicknamed Carl by locals, rolls in from the Pacific through the Golden Gate, creating mystical mornings and dramatic temperature variations between neighborhoods just miles apart. The Ohlone people were the original inhabitants of this peninsula, living in harmony with the bay's abundant resources for thousands of years. Spanish missionaries arrived in 1776, establishing Mission San Francisco de Asís, but it was the California Gold Rush of 1849 that transformed this sleepy outpost into a boomtown practically overnight. Within months, San Francisco's population exploded from 1,000 to 25,000 as fortune seekers from around the world descended upon the city. This rapid growth created a unique cultural melting pot. Chinese immigrants built America's first Chinatown. Italian fishermen established the fishing industry at Fisherman's Wharf. And entrepreneurs from every corner of the globe contributed to the city's innovative spirit. The devastating 1906 earthquake and fire could have ended San Francisco's story, but instead, it demonstrated the city's remarkable resilience. The rebuild effort created the beautiful Beaux-Arts architecture we see today and established San Francisco's reputation as a city that rises from challenges stronger than before. The Golden Gate Bridge stands as San Francisco's crown jewel, an Art Deco masterpiece that spans 1.7 miles across the Golden Gate Strait. When it opened in 1937, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world, and its international orange color was chosen specifically to enhance visibility in the city's frequent fog. Alcatraz Island tells America's story through a different lens, from its days as a military fortress to its infamous years as The Rock, the federal prison that held notorious criminals like Al Capone. Today, visitors can explore the preserved cells and hear stories from former inmates and guards that bring this dramatic history to life. Lombard Street, known as the crookedest street in the world, showcases San Francisco's ability to turn geographic challenges into attractions. The street's 8 hairpin turns were designed in the 1920s to make the steep 27% grade manageable for automobiles, creating an inadvertent tourist destination that perfectly captures the city's problem-solving spirit. San Francisco represents the perfect fusion of natural beauty and human ingenuity, where a challenging geographic setting became the foundation for innovation and cultural diversity. From gold rush boomtown to tech capital, this city has consistently reinvented itself while maintaining its distinctive character, proving that limitations can become launching pads for greatness. Crater Lake National Park, Oregon. Crater Lake National Park sits high in the Cascade Range of southern Oregon, where the remnants of ancient Mount Mazama create one of Earth's most stunning natural amphitheaters. At 6,178 feet above sea level, the caldera holds the deepest lake in the United States, 1,943 feet deep, formed by thousands of years of snowmelt and rainfall with no inlets or outlets. The park spans 183,224 acres of pristine wilderness, encompassing not just the famous lake, but also old-growth forests, pumice deserts, and over 90 miles of hiking trails. The area's extreme elevation means it receives an average of 533 inches of snow annually, creating a landscape that remains largely inaccessible for much of the year and preserving its pristine character. For thousands of years, the Klamath, Modoc, and Yahuskin tribes considered this area sacred, incorporating the lake into their spiritual beliefs and creation stories. According to their oral traditions, the lake was formed during an epic battle between Lau, the spirit of the underworld, and Skel, the spirit of the sky, a remarkably accurate metaphorical description of the volcanic forces that actually created this geological wonder. The first recorded sighting by European Americans came in 1853 when John Wesley Hillman stumbled upon the rim and named it Deep Blue Lake. William Gladstone Steele, often called the father of Crater Lake, dedicated his life to protecting this natural wonder, spending 17 years lobbying Congress before President Theodore Roosevelt designated it as America's fifth national park in 1902. The construction of Rim Drive, completed in 1918, required incredible engineering skill to create a 33-mile road around the caldera's edge, providing access to multiple viewpoints while minimizing environmental impact. The historic Crater Lake Lodge, rebuilt in 1995 after nearly closing due to structural issues, now offers visitors a chance to stay overnight at the rim and witness sunrise over this ancient volcanic masterpiece. The Rim Drive offers 33 miles of spectacular viewpoints, each providing a unique perspective on the lake's impossibly blue water. Watchman Peak provides panoramic views stretching to Mount Shasta in California, while the Phantom Ship, a small island formation, appears and disappears from view depending on your vantage point along the rim. Wizard Island, a cinder cone that rises 767 feet above the lake's surface, offers adventurous visitors the chance to boat across the lake and hike to its summit. The island formed after the caldera's creation, representing the ongoing volcanic activity that continues to shape this landscape. The park's winter transformation creates an entirely different experience. Snow depths of 10–15 feet are common, creating a pristine white wilderness accessible only by cross-country skiing or snowshoeing. Rangers lead snowshoe walks to the rim during winter months, offering visitors a chance to experience the lake in its most dramatic seasonal setting. Crater Lake National Park demonstrates nature's incredible power to create beauty from destruction, where a catastrophic volcanic event 7,700 years ago resulted in one of America's most spectacular natural wonders. This sacred landscape bridges ancient Native American wisdom with modern conservation efforts, offering visitors a profound connection to geological time scales and the forces that continue to shape our planet. San Diego, California. San Diego stretches along 70 miles of Pacific coastline in Southern California's southwestern corner, just 15 miles north of the Mexican border. The city's diverse geography includes coastal plains, mesas, canyons, and foothills that create distinct neighborhoods and microclimates. This location provides San Diego with one of the most consistently pleasant climates in the United States. Average temperatures ranging from 65–75 degrees F year-round, with minimal rainfall and cooling ocean breezes. The natural deepwater harbor that attracted the first settlers continues to serve as one of the West Coast's most important naval installations, while the coastal geography features everything from dramatic cliffs at La Jolla to wide sandy beaches in Mission Bay, creating diverse ecosystems that support both urban development and wildlife preservation. The Kumeyaari people lived in this region for over 10,000 years, developing sophisticated societies that utilized the area's diverse resources from ocean to mountains. In 1542, Portuguese explorer Juan Rodrigues Cabrillo became the first European to set foot on what is now the West Coast, landing at Point Loma and claiming the area for Spain. The real transformation began in 1769 when Spanish missionary Junipero Serra established the first California mission, Mission San Diego de Alcalá, launching the colonization of California. This mission system brought Spanish culture, architecture, and agricultural techniques that still influence the region today. Following Mexican independence and eventual American acquisition, San Diego's modern character began forming during World War II when the U.S. Navy chose the harbor as a major Pacific Fleet headquarters. This military presence brought massive population growth and economic development, while the proximity to Mexico maintained strong cultural connections that create San Diego's distinctive border city identity. Balboa Park represents one of America's greatest urban cultural spaces, 1,200 acres containing 17 museums, the world-famous San Diego Zoo, gardens, and performance venues. Created for the 1915-16 Panama, California Exposition, the park's Spanish colonial revival architecture provides a stunning backdrop for world-class cultural attractions. The San Diego Zoo, located within Balboa Park, houses over 4,000 animals representing more than 650 species and subspecies. Pioneer in conservation efforts, the zoo's breeding programs have helped save numerous endangered species, making it a global leader in wildlife preservation and education. La Jolla offers some of California's most dramatic coastal scenery, where sea cliffs meet upscale communities and pristine beaches provide habitat for seals, sea lions, and seasonal gray whale migrations. The area's tide pools and underwater canyons create some of the world's best snorkeling and diving opportunities. Old Town San Diego preserves the birthplace of California with restored buildings, museums, and cultural demonstrations that bring Spanish and Mexican period history to life. Visitors can experience traditional crafts, authentic cuisine, and architectural styles that influenced the entire Southwest. San Diego exemplifies successful cultural fusion, where Native American heritage, Spanish colonial influence, Mexican traditions, and American innovation combine to create a unique border city identity. Its perfect climate and diverse geography have made it a destination for dreamers and innovators, while its commitment to preservation and cultural celebration ensures that growth enhances rather than erases its distinctive character. Big Sur, California. Big Sur occupies 90 miles of rugged coastline between Carmel and San Simeon, where the Santa Lucia Mountains plunge directly into the Pacific Ocean, creating some of the most dramatic coastal scenery on Earth. This sparsely populated region contains no incorporated towns, maintaining its wild character through a combination of geographic isolation, environmental protection, and community commitment to preservation. The area's geography is defined by steep terrain that rises from sea level to over 5,000 feet within just a few miles of the coast. Ancient redwood groves thrive in fog-fed canyons, while wind-sculpted cypress trees cling to coastal bluffs. The San Andreas Fault runs directly through the region, creating the unstable geology that contributes to frequent landslides and the area's raw, ever-changing character. The Esselen people were Big Sur's original inhabitants, living in small bands that moved seasonally between coastal and mountain resources. Spanish explorers named the area El Sur Grande, the Big South, because it lay south of their settlements in Monterrey, but the rugged terrain prevented significant Spanish or Mexican settlement. The construction of Highway 1 through Big Sur, completed in 1937, represented one of the most challenging road-building projects in American history. The highway required 18 years to complete, with workers suspended on ropes carving the roadway from cliff faces. Even today, the highway frequently closes due to landslides and storms, reminding travelers of nature's ultimate authority in this landscape. Big Sur became a destination for the counterculture movement of the 1960s, attracting writers like Jack Kerouac and Henry Miller, who found inspiration in the area's dramatic beauty and spiritual atmosphere. The Esselen Institute, founded in 1962, pioneered the human potential movement and established Big Sur's reputation as a place for personal transformation and alternative healing practices. McWay Falls creates one of California's most photographed scenes, an 80-foot waterfall that drops directly onto a pristine beach accessible only by viewing from Highway 1. This iconic vista captures Big Sur's essence, the meeting of different worlds in spectacular fashion. Bixby Creek Bridge, completed in 1932, represents both an engineering marvel and an artistic masterpiece. At 714 feet long and 260 feet high, this concrete arch bridge has appeared in countless films and photographs, becoming synonymous with the romance of Highway 1 and the California coast. The redwood groves of Big Sur contain some of the tallest trees on Earth, with specimens over 300 feet tall and more than 2,000 years old. These ancient giants create cathedral-like spaces where visitors can experience the profound silence and spiritual atmosphere that has drawn seekers to Big Sur for generations. Hearst Castle, while technically just south of Big Sur, represents the region's appeal to those seeking to create personal paradises. William Randolph Hearst's 165-room mansion demonstrates how Big Sur's beauty has attracted individuals with the vision and resources to create extraordinary private worlds in harmony with the natural landscape. Big Sur embodies the raw power and sublime beauty of the American West Coast, where geographic extremes create landscapes that challenge both human engineering and spiritual understanding. This region proves that some places are too magnificent for conventional development, requiring a different relationship between humans and nature based on respect, adaptation, and preservation of the wild character that makes such places irreplaceable. Yosemite National Park, California. Yosemite National Park encompasses 1,169 square miles of the Sierra Nevada mountain range in east-central California, rising from 2,000 feet in the foothills to over 13,000 feet at the highest peaks. The park's dramatic landscape was carved by glacial action over millions of years, creating the iconic granite cliffs, waterfalls, and valleys that make Yosemite one of the world's most recognizable natural landscapes. The park's diverse ecosystems range from oak woodlands and chaparral in the lower elevations to alpine meadows and bare granite peaks in the high country. This elevation change creates habitats for over 400 species of vertebrates and 1,500 plant species, making Yosemite a complete ecosystem preserved within a single protected area. The Ahwahnee people, a band of Miwok Indians, called Yosemite Valley home for thousands of years before European American discovery. They named the valley Ahwahnee, meaning place of the gaping mouth, referring to the valley's distinctive shape. Their sophisticated understanding of seasonal resource cycles allowed them to thrive in this challenging mountain environment. The first European Americans entered Yosemite Valley in 1851 as part of the Mariposa Battalion, sent to remove Native Americans during the California Gold Rush conflicts. However, the soldiers were so struck by the valley's beauty that their descriptions began attracting tourists within just a few years. Photographer Carlton Watkins and artist Albert Bierstadt created images of Yosemite that reached the East Coast and convinced Congress to protect the area. In 1864, President Abraham Lincoln signed legislation granting Yosemite Valley to California as a state park, the first time in history that a government set aside scenic wilderness for preservation and public enjoyment. Yosemite Valley represents one of the most spectacular concentrations of natural landmarks in the world. El Capitan, a 3,000-foot granite monolith, attracts rock climbers from around the globe who attempt to scale its vertical faces, a challenge that can take days to complete and has inspired innovations in climbing techniques and equipment. Half Dome, perhaps Yosemite's most iconic feature, rises 4,737 feet above the valley floor with its distinctive granite face. The cable route to Half Dome's summit requires permits and physical preparation, but rewards hikers with panoramic views across the Sierra Nevada and the satisfaction of conquering one of America's most challenging day hikes. Yosemite Falls, North America's tallest waterfall, drops 2,425 feet in 3 distinct sections. The falls demonstrate the power of seasonal change in the Sierra Nevada, thundering with snowmelt in spring and early summer, then diminishing to a trickle by late summer, reminding visitors of the dynamic natural cycles that govern this landscape. The Mariposa Grove contains over 500 mature giant sequoias, including some of the largest trees on Earth. These ancient giants, some over 2,000 years old, create a sense of deep time and continuity that puts human concerns into cosmic perspective. Walking among these giants provides a profound connection to the longevity and resilience of natural systems. Yosemite National Park demonstrates how geological forces, combined with visionary human protection efforts, can preserve natural cathedrals that inspire both scientific understanding and spiritual renewal. From its Native American heritage through John Muir's conservation advocacy to modern climbing achievements, Yosemite represents humanity's evolving relationship with wilderness and our growing understanding that some places are too precious to alter. Seattle, Washington. Seattle occupies a narrow isthmus between Puget Sound and Lake Washington in the Pacific Northwest, surrounded by the Olympic Mountains to the west and the Cascade Range to the east. This unique geography creates a natural harbor that has served as the foundation for the city's maritime economy, while providing stunning mountain and water views from throughout the urban area. The region's marine climate brings frequent rainfall, about 150 days per year, creating the lush evergreen forests that earned Seattle the nickname the Emerald City. This climate supports the temperate rainforest ecosystem that characterizes the Pacific Northwest, where towering evergreens create a green canopy that defines the regional character. The Duwamish and Suquamish tribes established seasonal settlements in this area for thousands of years, taking advantage of the abundant salmon runs and shellfish resources in Puget Sound. Chief Seattle, for whom the city was named, was a leader who initially tried to establish peaceful relations with arriving American settlers. Seattle's transformation began with the arrival of the Denny Party in 1851, followed by massive population growth during the Klondike Gold Rush of 1897. The city became the primary outfitting point for gold seekers heading to Alaska, establishing Seattle's role as the gateway to the North Pacific and creating the entrepreneurial culture that continues to define the city today. The early 20th century brought Boeing aircraft manufacturing, which made Seattle a center of aviation innovation and World War II production. This industrial foundation evolved into the technology boom of the 1980s and 1990s, when companies like Microsoft and later Amazon established headquarters in the region, creating the modern tech economy that has transformed Seattle into a global innovation center. Pike Place Market, founded in 1907, represents Seattle's commitment to preserving authentic local culture within urban development. The market's famous fish-throwing vendors, original Starbucks location, and hundreds of local artisans create a vibrant marketplace that connects visitors to the city's maritime heritage and artisanal food culture. The Space Needle, built for the 1962 World's Fair, symbolizes Seattle's forward-looking optimism and technological ambition. At 605 feet tall, the structure represented mid-century visions of the future and continues to serve as the city's most recognizable landmark, recently renovated with glass floors that provide heart-stopping views of the city below. The Museum of Flight houses one of the world's largest air and space collections, celebrating the Pacific Northwest's role in aviation history, from Boeing's early aircraft to modern space exploration. The museum demonstrates how geographic advantages and innovative thinking can transform a region into a global leader in emerging technologies. Seattle's coffee culture, pioneered by companies like Starbucks, Tully's, and countless independent roasters, reflects the city's appreciation for craftsmanship and quality of life. The city's cafe culture creates spaces for the kind of informal networking and creative collaboration that has fostered innovation in technology, music, and arts. Seattle exemplifies how geographic advantages, cultural values, and entrepreneurial spirit can combine to create sustained innovation and economic growth. From its origins as a frontier logging town through its emergence as a global technology center, Seattle demonstrates that cities can grow and prosper while maintaining their distinctive character and commitment to livability. Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe straddles the California-Nevada border at 6,224 feet elevation in the Sierra Nevada mountains, creating one of the world's most pristine alpine lake environments. The lake measures 22 miles long and 12 miles wide, with a maximum depth of 1,645 feet, making it the second deepest lake in the United States and the 16th deepest in the world. The lake's extraordinary clarity, visibility extends to depths of 70 feet or more, results from its location in a granite basin that filters runoff naturally. The surrounding peaks rise to over 10,000 feet, creating a dramatic alpine setting that remains snow-covered much of the year and provides pristine watershed protection for the lake's legendary blue waters. The Washoe people considered Lake Tahoe the center of their universe, calling it De Augar, edge of lake. They developed a sophisticated seasonal lifestyle that moved between lake-level winter camps and high-mountain summer hunting grounds, maintaining the lake's pristine condition through thousands of years of habitation. European-American discovery came in 1844 when John C. Fremont spotted the lake from a nearby peak, but significant development didn't begin until the Comstock Lode silver discovery in Nevada in the 1860s. The lake became a crucial transportation route and timber source for mining operations, leading to the first roads and settlements around its shores. The late 19th century brought wealthy families seeking pristine mountain retreats, establishing the pattern of seasonal recreation that continues today. The construction of improved highways in the 1920s and 1960s made the lake accessible to middle-class visitors, creating the modern tourism economy while also bringing environmental challenges that continue to shape lake management policies. Emerald Bay State Park contains what many consider the most photographed lake vista in North America. The bay's distinctive shape, created by ancient glacial action, frames Fanette Island, Lake Tahoe's only island, creating a scene that captures the lake's pristine alpine character in a single spectacular view. Tahoe Rim Trail offers 165 miles of hiking and mountain biking through diverse ecosystems surrounding the lake. The trail provides access to hidden coves, panoramic viewpoints, and pristine wilderness areas that showcase the biological diversity of the Sierra Nevada ecosystem. Winter sports at resorts like Heavenly, North Star, and Squaw Valley, now Palisades Tahoe, take advantage of the area's reliable snowfall and stunning alpine scenery. The 1960 Winter Olympics at Squaw Valley put Lake Tahoe on the international stage and established its reputation as a world-class winter destination. Lake Tahoe represents the successful preservation of alpine wilderness within reach of major population centers, demonstrating how careful planning and environmental stewardship can maintain natural treasures for future generations. The lake's story shows that economic prosperity and environmental protection can work together when communities commit to long-term thinking and cooperative management across political boundaries. Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. The Golden Gate Bridge spans the Golden Gate Strait, the narrow channel connecting San Francisco Bay to the Pacific Ocean. This location presents unique engineering challenges. The bridge must withstand Pacific storms, strong tidal currents, frequent fog, and seismic activity, while spanning 4,200 feet of open water between Marin County and San Francisco. The bridge's towers rise 746 feet above the water, designed to remain visible above the fog that regularly envelops the strait. The choice of international orange paint color serves both practical and aesthetic purposes. It enhances visibility in foggy conditions while complementing the natural landscape of golden hills and blue waters. For centuries, the Golden Gate Strait served as the primary entrance to San Francisco Bay, but it also represented a significant barrier to transportation between San Francisco and counties to the north. Ferry service provided the only connection, creating economic and social isolation that limited regional development. The idea of bridging the Golden Gate emerged in the early 1900s, but engineering experts declared it impossible due to the depth of water, strong currents, frequent fog, and earthquake risk. Joseph Strauss, a Chicago engineer specializing in drawbridges, proposed a design that combined suspension and cantilever elements, eventually evolving into the pure suspension bridge that was built. Construction began in 1933 during the Great Depression, providing crucial employment for 1,000 workers over 4 years. The project implemented innovative safety measures, including the first safety nets suspended beneath the construction area. 11 men fell into the nets and survived, becoming members of the Halfway to Hell Club. The bridge opened to pedestrians on May 27, 1937, attracting 200,000 people who paid 5 cents each to walk across. Vehicle traffic began the next day, and the bridge immediately became both a crucial transportation link and an international symbol of engineering achievement and American innovation. The Golden Gate Bridge Welcome Center provides historical exhibits, educational programs, and the Bridge Pavilion gift shop, where visitors can learn about the bridge's construction, engineering innovations, and cultural significance. Interactive displays explain how the bridge withstands earthquakes and storms while maintaining its structural integrity. Vista points on both the San Francisco and Marin County sides offer spectacular photography opportunities and different perspectives on the bridge's relationship to the bay, city skyline, and surrounding landscapes. Each viewpoint reveals new aspects of the bridge's integration with its dramatic natural setting. Walking or cycling across the bridge provides an immersive experience of its scale and engineering precision. The 1.7-mile journey offers constantly changing views of San Francisco, Alcatraz Island, Angel Island, and the Marin Headlands, while demonstrating how human engineering can enhance rather than diminish natural beauty. The Golden Gate Bridge demonstrates how visionary engineering, combined with aesthetic sensitivity and innovative construction techniques, can create infrastructure that transcends its utilitarian purpose to become cultural art. The bridge proves that human creativity and technical skill, when applied with respect for natural beauty, can enhance landscapes while serving practical needs. Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica occupies 8.3 square miles along 3.5 miles of Pacific coastline, bordered by Venice to the south and Pacific Palisades to the north. The city's location on the Santa Monica Bay provides consistent ocean breezes that moderate temperatures year-round, creating the ideal beach climate that has defined Southern California's outdoor lifestyle. The city rises from sea-level beaches through coastal bluffs to inland areas about 200 feet above the ocean, creating distinct neighborhoods with different characters and microclimates. This compact geography allows residents and visitors to experience both beachfront recreation and urban sophistication within walking distance. The Tongva people established seasonal settlements in this area for thousands of years, taking advantage of natural springs that provided fresh water near the ocean. Spanish explorers named the area for Saint Monica, and Mexican land grants created the large ranchos that characterized the area until American acquisition. Modern Santa Monica began in 1875 when Nevada Senator John P. Jones purchased land to develop a seaside resort town connected to Los Angeles by railroad. The arrival of the railroad in 1885 made Santa Monica accessible to Los Angeles residents seeking beachfront recreation, establishing the pattern of beach tourism that continues today. The construction of the Santa Monica Pier in 1909 created the amusement park atmosphere that became synonymous with Southern California beach culture. The pier's carousel, roller coaster, and Ferris wheel attracted visitors from across the region and established Santa Monica's identity as a place where urban sophistication meets beach recreation. The 1960s brought the counterculture movement to Santa Monica's beaches, while the 1980s saw the transformation of the 3rd Street Promenade into a pedestrian mall that revitalized the downtown area. The arrival of technology companies in the 1990s created Silicon Beach, making Santa Monica a center of digital media innovation. Santa Monica Pier represents the quintessential California beach experience, where an historic amusement park meets modern beach culture. The pier's solar-powered Ferris wheel, carousel dating to the 1920s, and arcade games create a nostalgic atmosphere that celebrates the simple joy of seaside recreation. Third Street Promenade and Santa Monica Place demonstrate successful urban planning that combines pedestrian-friendly shopping with entertainment and dining options. Street performers, outdoor cafes, and the nearby beaches create a vibrant public space that functions as both tourist destination and community gathering place. Venice Beach Boardwalk, while technically in neighboring Venice, represents the bohemian counterpart to Santa Monica's more polished beach culture. The boardwalk street performers, artists, and eclectic vendors create a colorful atmosphere that celebrates creativity and individual expression. Santa Monica embodies the Southern California dream of combining beach living with urban amenities, creating a lifestyle that values both recreation and cultural sophistication. The city's success in balancing tourism with livability shows how coastal communities can thrive economically while maintaining their distinctive character and environmental quality. As our journey along America's magnificent West Coast draws to a close, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what makes this region so uniquely powerful in the American imagination. We've traveled from the entertainment capital of Los Angeles to the tech innovation centers of San Francisco and Seattle, from the ancient volcanic wonders of Crater Lake to the engineering marvels of the Golden Gate Bridge. Each destination has revealed something profound about the relationship between geography, culture, and human dreams. What strikes me most about the West Coast is how its dramatic geography has consistently inspired human achievement rather than limiting it. The same tectonic forces that created earthquake risks also carved the spectacular coastlines and mountain ranges that define the region's beauty. The challenging terrain that made early settlement difficult also provided the isolation necessary for innovation and cultural experimentation. But here's what I want you to remember most. The West Coast's beauty and innovation didn't happen by accident. They resulted from countless individuals who chose to see possibilities instead of limitations, who worked to preserve natural wonders for future generations, and who believed that diverse communities create stronger, more creative societies. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and check out those travel deals in the description below. Until our next adventure together, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep dreaming of all the incredible places this beautiful world has to offer.